Hey, what's up, everybody? It is another gorgeous sunny day right here in the good old A. And I got another one for you. First of all, I just want to say welcome to another exciting hit scratching episode of Insane Disappearances. And this story is about a woman named Rhonda Laureen Runningbird. She must be a native Indian, obviously. She went missing on 03/26/95 at Swan Lake Recreation Area in the Rocky Mountain House of Alberta. Um, let's see, Rocky Mountains. I think that's like what, Colorado. They doesn't say that, but I guess Alberta, Colorado. But anyway, she was around 25 and she weighed about five. She was like 5'5" and 145 pounds. Now Rhonda wanted. Excuse me, sorry about that. Now Rhonda Runningbird, her husband, their 18-month-old baby, and her husband's aunt drove into the Swan Lake Recreation Area for hunting. The truck supposedly got stuck in the mud, and the husband he had went on to hike in the bush to get help. Now, the closest residence or business was approximately 30 miles away. Darkness hit the area, and the aunt states that it was at this point that Rhonda also left to go get help. Now, Rhonda was supposedly in bad health. Now, the relatives, they stated that Rhonda wore a kidney colostomy bag and was scheduled for surgery 5 days after she was reported missing. The relatives did not believe that Rhonda could have walked far because of her condition. Now, early the following morning, Rhonda's husband returned to the truck. The aunt and the husband were stranded an additional night and with the baby, and they still hadn't seen Rhonda. Now, another truck eventually came by, and the husband used the driver's cell phone to call a relative for additional help. Let's see. The husband and the aunt eventually got home and reported Rhonda missing. After an exhaustive search, law enforcement stated that they found an unused colostomy bag, a set of Rhonda's clothing, and that she may have been wearing, and eyeglasses. Law enforcement officials did not believe that Rhonda could have survived in the elements. They called off the search several days later. It was presumed that Rhonda had died in the wild, but she still is listed as missing. Now, my big question is, how did Rhonda's clothing get removed from her body, first of all? Now, see, that's another key point in a lot of these cases, where their clothing is somehow strewn about in the area where they might have disappeared at. Okay, sometimes they're set up in weird ways, like they're folded, sitting on top of a log, or they might be next to the body if the body is actually found with no cause of death on or in the body, or it could be they're found like half naked, where they could just have their underwear on with nothing else, and their shoes may be laying up to the body. There's a lot of weird ways that the body is found or the clothing is found. Sometimes they don't find the clothing at all, but they find the person. So a lot of these weird, scenarios are found in a lot of these cases when it comes to people disappearing in these national parks and forests and other recreational areas dealing with the wilderness. Now, as far as Rhonda goes, for her to actually get up and just walk away to find help, which is admirable because she had an 18-month-old baby, and of course she's going to do whatever she can to make sure her baby is safe, so she goes to find help, even under the most unstable conditions as far as her health goes. But somehow, some way between point A and point B, she vanished. And the only thing they found was her glasses and clothing and that colostomy bag. So maybe, just maybe, the ailments that these people have that disappear, they're interested in that, and they may have a cure for them, or they are looking for test subjects. I don't know, because a lot of the people that are being that are turning up missing are a lot of them have ailments. But it could be like they can't walk very well, or they could have like a mental disability, like a Down syndrome, or it could be anything. Like I said, a lot of them do have certain problems that are wrong with them. It could be some type of ailment or sickness. They could have cancer. But almost everybody who is taken or vanishes has a problem, like a medical problem. So maybe they're interested in their medical problem, and they want to study the medical problem, and they want to cure it, or whatever the case may be, or like I said, they want to use them as a guinea pig or a test subject. I mean, the questions are just mounting every time one of these cases come up. Excuse me. But yeah, so as far as Rhonda goes, the husband goes to look for help, and then the mother goes to look for help. The husband comes back, but the wife doesn't. And after that, they can't find her. The police can't find her. So whichever way she went to go find help, might have been in the same direction as her husband, maybe. And somewhere along that way, that's how she vanished. Now, I'm thinking that whoever is doing this, they have the ability to open up portals to these different dimensions or different worlds, or they could have the ability to open up vortexes, at will. So if they see someone coming that they're interested in, they open up the doorway. And keep in mind, energy is invisible to the naked eye. So if a vortex or a portal is pure energy, then you wouldn't be able to see it anyway. And you just walk right into it and just vanish without a trace, and you don't even see it coming. I mean, you may feel a tingling of the body, or your hair may rise up on your body. Who knows? But at some point, you walk into this void, and you end up somewhere else. And most of them, they don't intend to bring them back, or they just can't get back. I don't know. Maybe these portals just seem to be there, and they just walk into them. Maybe they're not controlling it. I don't know. But they're always there, and I think that's how these mythical creatures that we always think are mythical creatures can get back and forth, like the chupacabra, a werewolf, any creature. Like that creature that we heard growling on the Henry McCabe case. I keep bringing that up because that's one of the key points in his case. There was this creature growling at him, over that voicemail, and he was in pain. But when they found him, he didn't show any signs of him being in pain. There was no markings on the body or anything. He just heard that weird creature growling. And I'm thinking that these could be like next level creatures from another dimension or another world or another reality. Who knows? But my thing is, like I said, these creatures can get in and out of their world to ours, at will. So obviously these doorways may just be there all the time. We just don't never see it until we actually go into the wilderness. And I think that might be where most of them be at. They'd be in the forest or in the national parks. Because I stated yesterday that one of my viewers, Marlon Thomas or Thompson, sorry, I keep messing up the name. But he said that a friend of his from Africa told him that there were these beings that actually inhabited the earth, like centuries ago or thousands of years ago, before there were humans. And I guess they lay claim to this planet, and people, they don't like the fact that they come into their area, which would be the wilderness. And the wilderness obviously is layered with these portals to their world or their dimension. And they, I guess you could say, retaliate by taking these people. Regardless of how well you know the woods or the forest, or even know about surviving in the wilderness, or just even if you are just a true nature person, they don't care. They just know that you're in their area and they don't like it, so they take you. They take you and then they kill you and they bring you back, leaving us with a lot of questions as to why they died or how they died. When there's no way to even tell that they were how they were killed or whatever. So it's like I said, another crazy mystery. But yeah, like I said, as far as Rhonda goes, other than what I was reading, that's all they've ever found of her. Just her clothing, which somehow got off of her body. I mean, now I'm not saying that. Well, the aunt didn't say that she carried an extra set of clothing with her before she left. She just said that she left to go find help with this colostomy bag for her kidney problem. So somehow her clothing was removed. Okay, how and why, I don't know. The reason, there is no reason, because now if they try to say that she suffered from hypothermia, so she took the clothes off, that this doesn't make any sense according to David Paulides, because she wouldn't have been out there long enough to suffer from hypothermia. But yeah, that's weird. But that's all I got for that one today. So as always, I will read up on more stories and I will post them, as soon as possible. Now, like I said before, my job is going into overtime because we gotta, it's coming close to the Christmas season, and we're gonna be getting a lot of Christmas presents that's coming, doing a lot of Christmas cards. So it's gonna be crazy, and there's gonna be a lot of overtime, and they're gonna have us working a lot of crazy hours. Like I told you on my last video, that they want me to work 7 days next week, so I will be working like straight through the week without a day off. So but hey, it's money. I get paid pretty well. But yeah. So I just want to say thanks to Marlon Thomas about the theory about the people who lived in these other areas, who actually inhabited the earth, back before they were humans. I appreciate the info, and if you got any more info for me or any more theories, shoot them, in my comment page, and I will definitely read it, and I will, I will list it on one of my videos. All right, so like and subscribe. Hit me up with those thumbs up. Hit me with them thumbs up. Comment below if you want to. Like I said, like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. All right, peace and aloha.